Hello my dear students, in this lecture we will see stress concentration factor for elliptical hole. Now in previous lecture we have discussed about stress concentration. Now whenever there is sudden change in cross section or whenever there is a discontinuity, there will be a stress concentration in the component. Let us say if I consider one plate of width W and thickness T, let us say if I consider this plate of width W, the width of plate is W, right? This is the width of plate W and thickness of plate is T. This is the thickness of plate which is T, right? And let us say in this plate the force F is applied. On this plate the force F is applied, tensile force F is applied. And let us say there is a one discontinuity, let us say circular discontinuity of diameter D. This is a circular discontinuity, that is this is a hole, this is a hole in the component which is called discontinuity, right? Now for such a type of plate, the stress calculation is force divided by area, which is nothing but force divided by W into T. And nominal stress is based on minimum area, force divided by minimum area. Now minimum area is at section XX that we have seen. Let us say this is the section XX. At this section XX there is a minimum area which is nothing but force divided by W minus D into T. This already we have seen in previous lecture, right? And if I see the cross section at XX, if I see cross section at XX, the cross section will look like this. The cross section will look like this, right? Now at XX the cross section will look like this. Now and whenever you see stress concentration is nothing but the localization of high stresses near discontinuity, that is at discontinuity the stress near discontinuity, the stress will be maximum. There will be a maximum stress near discontinuity, right? And as we go away from discontinuity, stress value is going decreasing, stress value goes on decreasing. And as we go towards discontinuity, the stress value is increasing, and the maximum stress will be near discontinuity. And theoretical stress concentration factor Kt, this we have defined. Theoretical stress concentration factor Kt is nothing but maximum stress near discontinuity divided by nominal stress calculated on the basis of minimum cross section area. This already we have defined in previous lecture, right? This already we have defined in previous lecture. Now can you say that this Kt is independent of material, right? Independent of material. This is not dependent on material. Whatever may be the material, it depends on the geometry. This Kt depends on geometry of discontinuity, depends on geometry of discontinuity. Now what is the geometry of discontinuity? On this theoretical stress concentration factor Kt depends, right? And this Kt theoretical stress concentration factor is obtained by two methods. This is obtained by two methods. There are two methods to calculate these theoretical methods to calculate kt, we can say methods to calculate Kt. There are two methods to calculate this theoretical stress concentration factor. Number one, first method is theory of elasticity. Theory of elasticity, this is the first method, and this is a mathematical method. This is a mathematical method, means in this method we will derive one equation, or with the help of formula we are going to calculate stress concentration factor Kt. Now there is another method, that is photoelasticity. There is another method called photoelasticity, and this is experimental method. This is experimental method, right? Experimental method. Now with the help of experiments we are calculating Kt, theoretical stress concentration factor. Now we will see this stress concentration factor for elliptical hole. Now in this lecture our target is to see this theoretical stress concentration factor for elliptical hole. Therefore with me, write down heading, very important: stress concentration factor, stress concentration factor or stress concentration for elliptical hole. Very important definition or very important concept. Now let us say if I consider one plate, let us say in this plate of width W, let us say the plate width is W, small w, and let us say the plate thickness is T. The thickness of plate is T. This is the thickness of plate, which is nothing but T. Right. Now on this plate, let us say force F is applied. On this plate, the force F is applied, and in this plate, let the axis of force I am considering as a, the axis of force considered here is x-axis. The axis of force is now x-axis is considered as axis of force, right? Therefore along x-axis there is a force. Now let us say there is a elliptical discontinuity. If I draw elliptical discontinuity, let us say it looks like this. Let us say the elliptical discontinuity looks like this. This is a ellipse. This is a ellipse. Now for this ellipse, let us say vertical semi diameter. Vertical semi diameter is A and horizontal semi diameter is B. Now here dimensions are vertical semi diameter is A, horizontal semi diameter is B. Now here A is half width of ellipse, very important, half width of ellipse perpendicular to load direction, right? And B is half width of ellipse parallel to load direction. This is very important. This nomenclature is very important. Now here the theoretical stress concentration factor Kt is nothing but, formula is 1 plus 2a divided by b. Remember this formula, my dear students. This is experimental formula. This formula is derived with the help of experiments, so many experiments, and this is very, very important formula. This theoretical stress concentration factor is given as 1 plus 2a by b, and a is half width of ellipse perpendicular to the load, whatever may be the direction of load, and b is half width of ellipse parallel to the load, right? Now for this plate, the stress is F divided by area, which is nothing but W into T. Nominal stress is sigma naught is force divided by minimum area, calculated on the basis of minimum area, that is W minus D into T, right? Now here, while calculating area minimum, W minus D is nothing but here, can I say 2a? In this provided case, D is nothing but 2a. This much distance is D, which is nothing but 2a, right? Now size of discontinuity, it is called size of discontinuity perpendicular to the load. It is perpendicular to the load, right? Now for finite plate, let us say number one, if plate is finite plates, now this D is always less than W. Definitely this D is always less than W. Therefore this sigma stress is always less than nominal stress, sigma naught, always less than nominal stress, sigma naught. And Kt, theoretical stress concentration factor, this Kt, which is nothing but 1 plus 2a by b, is nothing but maximum stress near discontinuity divided by nominal stress calculated based on minimum area. This is a theoretical stress concentration factor. Now let us say for infinite plate, second case, for infinite plate, right? Whenever plate is infinite, that means the W width is very, 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 very much greater than discontinuity size. Width is very much greater than discontinuity size. In this case, this stress and nominal stress approximately becomes same. Stress and nominal stress approximately becomes same. Therefore this Kt becomes sigma max divided by nominal stress, which is nothing but sigma max divided by stress in the component. That means when your plate is infinite, the discontinuity can be ignored for calculation of nominal stress, right? Now for this stress concentration factor Kt, we will see some special cases. Now the special cases of stress concentration factor Kt, right? Remember the formula. Now let us say first special case is case 1. Now we will see case 1, which is nothing but if A is equal to 0, if A is equal to 0, that is parallel crack to load, that is parallel crack to load, parallel crack to load. If I want to see crack, let us say this is a plate. For this plate, the force EF is applied, the force EF is applied, and the crack is parallel to the load. This is a crack. This dimension is 2b. This dimension is 2b, right? And here A is 0. The load is, the crack is parallel to the load, right? This is a crack. This is a crack. Now what will be the KT? KT is equal to 1 plus 2A by B. A is 0. Therefore these terms become 0. Therefore KT is equal to 1. KT is equal to 1. That means for parallel cracks, there will be no stress concentration. Can you imagine here? KT is equal to 1 means sigma max divided by sigma naught is 1. Therefore sigma max is equal to sigma nominal. Therefore there will be no stress concentration. Means for parallel cracks there is no stress concentration. Let us say another special case, case number 2 is load is crack is perpendicular to the load, that is B is equal to 0. If I consider B is equal to 0, second case, case 2, B is equal to 0, that means perpendicular crack to load, right? Let us say this is a plate, this is a plate. On this plate the force EF is applied, the force EF is applied, and the crack is perpendicular to the load, crack is perpendicular to the load, right? This crack, this dimension is 2a, this dimension is 2a, right? Now here B is 0, B is 0, and here this is a crack, crack is perpendicular to the load. Now calculate KT. KT is equal to 1 plus 2A by B, and B is 0 means 1 plus 2A by 0, which is nothing but infinite. Means stress concentration factor is infinite. That means the maximum stress, which is nothing but sigma max divided by sigma nominal. Therefore maximum stress, can I say, infinite. That means for such a type of crack, the material fails at very less load. See, for any load or for very less load, the maximum stress is infinite. Means material will fail suddenly, failure will be occur, failure is already there. That means hence for such type of materials, the material will fail for very small amount of force, right? Now third case, third special case is, third special case is circular hole. Let us say the crack is circular. Let us say third special case, for this plate there is a circular hole, that is case 3. Case 3, A is equal to B, A is equal to B, that means circular crack or circular hole in the plate, circular hole in the plate, and let us say force EF is applied, force EF is applied. Now this is a circular hole, means A is equal to B. Now for this, can I write KT is equal to 1 plus 2A by B, and A is equal to B, therefore is equal to 1 plus 2, which is nothing but 3. Means for circular hole, for circular hole, the theoretical stress concentration factor is 3. Remember this, very very important, right? Therefore which is nothing but maximum stress near discontinuity divided by nominal stress calculated based on minimum area. Therefore maximum stress will be equal to 3 into sigma naught, 3 into sigma naught, right? Now my dear students, here this, for circular hole KT is equal to 3, this value you have to remember for exams, remember for the. Thank you dear students. In next lecture we will see effect of this stress concentration factor on ductile and brittle material.